Tonight we're going to try something a little bit different. We're going to make us some steak tortillas, or some people might call them tortillas. And we're going to do this out on the grill. We're going to use some flank steak and some refried beans. I think I have some pico de gallo. I have something in there. It's like that. But anyway, this is going to be a pretty quick cook. Great for the middle of the week. That's what we're doing with it. Dinner in the middle of the week. So we'll come right back and get this thing going. Hey, if you like this recipe, go to my channel, check out all those recipes, hit that subscribe button, like and share it with all your friends, and as always, we greatly appreciate it. Hey, when I said this is going to be simple, it's going to be simple. We got some flank steak, pico de gallo, and gonna need some refried beans.
Tortillas.
Okay, tortilla shells.
Right.
And a little bit of cheese. So, this flank steak is a little bit thicker than what we want to deal with. Plus, I want to get some of this stuff here off. So, get my Dow Strong boning knife out. These are expensive knives. They're Asian edge, very sharp. If you're looking for a really good knife, their whole line of these Asian edge knives are really good. They're Damascus. It's not like I'm doing a commercial, but I'm not. I just really like these knives. So yeah, check them out and do like I do. I just buy one at a time. Every 6 months or a year I add another knife, and eventually you have, pretty good arsenal of knives. So we're just going to cut this, the worst part of this silver skin off. If we can get up under it here. Just going to cut this stuff off. Ew, what's that remind you of?
That's nasty.
Yeah, we're going to cut that off. So I mentioned the flank steak is a really cheap cut of meat. So I expect to do just a little bit of trimming on it. Need some cling wrap. A fairly long piece. We're going to wrap this piece of meat up. Good. Okay. Time to pound out our frustrations from today. Just want to get this thing. That seems smacked good enough. Okay, let's season this thing up. Let's try with a little bit of garlic powder and a little bit of onion powder. A little bit of black pepper. And we're going to get us a little bit of this here steak seasoning on there. Alright, I'm going to glove up, press that in. I'm going to flip it over. I'm going to season the other side. Just got done finishing trimming this second piece of meat up. And you can see this was actually the bigger piece of meat in the package. And now you can see when we hammered it out and tenderized it, how much bigger it got. And this is all the stuff we cut off from both pieces, so that really isn't too much of a loss there. The other thing I want to say is when these things really do look gross, look disgusting, didn't it?
It did. It's really gross. That membrane's nasty.
Yeah, there is a membrane on here, and the best way to get rid of that membrane is you just grab it and pinch it. And if you saw me, I was holding the other one up. That's that membrane. You hold that up and you just start slicing it, and it actually wants to cut right along the meat. And you're just left with this real light one here, and that's one we're going to tenderize here with the hammer. So we're going to do that. I don't know if we're going to leave you on and just fast forward through it, but probably not. Charcoal's outside heating up. I just want to show you real quick what these pieces of meat turned into, or what they look like. And this is the one we just showed you that was actually the smaller. This is the first one we did, and this is the second one I did. So you really want to hammer that out, and it's going to break what's left of that membrane up once you get trimming, and it's really going to help with the tenderness of this meat. And then I just got it sitting here resting, letting the seasonings kind of sweat into it, and it's going to sit here, come to room temp. And then anytime you're cooking a steak or beef, get it to room temperature, or let it set out for a little while, 45 minutes or so, and have a lot tender product when you're done. So that's where we're at right now. As soon as we throw this on the grill, we'll be back. Out at the grill, we're going to throw these on. These things came out so big, I'm going to do one at a time. Probably going to take them a couple minutes aside, and I'm just going to throw that on there. Now, I didn't check the temp on this grill. What I did was held my hand over it. And when it was hot, when I counted to 3, it was ready to go. So I got my phone out here, 9:48. Probably going to flip this thing around, well, I'll look at it about 9:50, 9:51. And when that's done, we're probably back in the house. I'm going to do these one at a time. No sense in you being out here and being bored just watching me grill meat. So that's where we're at right now. We'll come back and see you in just a minute. The meat is just off the grill. Well, the first piece has been off for probably 6 or 7 minutes. So I'm going to grab that first piece, which is actually the one on the bottom. If I can get it out of there. Now we want to slice this against the grain. You can kind of see the grains running this direction. So any of this meat we got left over, don't worry. Cheese steaks are coming tomorrow. I guarantee it, and they're yummy. Link will be in the description, like I said earlier. So we're just going to slice this into strips. Still pretty hot. So I would say if you want your meat a little bit more done, I would go ahead and leave them on maybe 5 minutes aside. Let's take a bite of it. Let's see what it's doing. Oh, that's really good. This is going to be really good. Here, I'm going to try a piece. It's got good seasoning, and you kind of want that because your tortilla is going to be kind of bland.
That's really good, yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty seasoned
Good
up.
flavor.
Ain't it? And you see how we're going to put this together, and then we're going to throw it back out on the grill. I put my cast iron griddle up on the grill grate because we want to brown these tortilla shells. But I'm going to show you how we're going to put these together. And I'm going to finish slicing this meat. And when it's time to put this together, I'll be right back. Time to build our tortillas. The steak's done. The beans are warm. You want to heat your refried beans up because all we're basically going to do is take this back out and throw this on the grill and brown it. And probably melt some cheese because we've got to have a vegetable. So first thing we want to do here, take some of these refried beans. Just kind of want to spread them around. Give everybody some loving. And the good thing about heating these up is you can also, if somebody wants some extra beans or something, you got some warm beans for them to put on their plate. Okay, the next thing we're going to do, we're going to put in our cheese. And I don't have any taco cheese, so I'm using cheddar. Got to use what you got, right? A little bit of mozzarella. Kind of looking like a pizza. Then we're going to take our steak, and I'm really thinking I want to cut these in half. It's actually pretty tender for as cheap a cut of meat as it is. Well, that might be enough. Let's just roll it up and see. There's our first one. So I'm going to do that probably, I don't know, 4 or 5 more times. And like I said, I definitely cook too much meat, but we'll eat it for sure. So let me bake up the rest of these and then we'll throw them on the grill. Okay, these things are headed out to the grill. I made up 4. That's enough to feed us. There was plenty more to make, probably what, another 8
yeah.
at least. So, I mean, make as many as you need to feed your family. It's a really cheap cut of meat. Everything we have in this probably, I'd be surprised if there's $6 in what we have right there. So I mean, it's really economical. It's really not a bad cut of meat if you know how to handle it and what to do with it. So I'm going to take these out. I'm going to put them on the grill. I'm just going to brown them. Everything's done in here. We're going to melt the cheese and brown the tortilla shell and come back here in just a second, and we're going to take a bite of this, and you're going to be jealous. I know you are. Just brought these things in. I think the grill was about $450, $500, and it literally took less than a minute per side. You want to keep checking them, and that's what we're after right there. Just toast them up, because everything inside, remember, is done. We're just want to toast up the shell, and let me put one of these on this here plate. What we got here? See, both sides look pretty much the same. So, got a little bit of that. And we got some of this pico de gallo.
Quit making fun of me.
Pico de gallo.
I cannot speak Spanish.
But for us hillbillies out here in redneck country, on the foothills of the Appalachians, we call it pico de gallo. That's just how the good hillbillies do.
No, really. What's it really called again?
Pico de gallo.
Pico de gallo.
Yeah.
Pico de gallo.
But it looks like gallo.
I don't know how long it took you to teach me how to say
Tortilla?
Yeah.
I do that,
Tortilla.
and you'll be all messed up.
Tortilla.
Okay, so we're going to throw just a little bit more of this bean stuff over the top. I know we put some inside, but heck, we got a great big old pot of it. We might as well use it.
No range?
Ooh, I'm more than ready. I need a fork though. I need a fork. I might need some more cheese. How about some cheese?
Yeah,
Cheese is always good.
always more cheese.
Like I said, this is a really cheap recipe. Pretty quick. When you're not filming, you can go a lot faster. But, I mean, look at that right there. That is beauty. That is good. That looks good. So, we're going to take us a little bite. Suppose if you wanted to wait long enough, the cheese would melt probably in those hot beans, but we'll take us a little bite of this and see what we got here. It's really good. It's something a little bit different, a different twist on it, and I really don't think you'll be disappointed if you try it. Until next time, keep it smoking.